Thanks, Jane or Matt. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. Thank you for joining us for our open house. I wanted to take the privilege of sharing you a few pieces of information about our club. But first, let me tell you about myself and why I actually joined Toastmasters. As I said, my name is Liban Gashan. I'm a project manager with the City of Toronto. And in 2019, I was looking for ways to earn my PDUs. And I'm one of those people, I don't like to rush things. And you can go take a course at U of T or Ryerson 3 months before your certificate is expired and get your PDUs that way. I was looking for a way that is a bit more relaxed, better pace, that I can collect my PDUs. I came to PMUT in January of 2019, and I just fell in love with it. At the beginning, I didn't care about the Toastmaster aspect of it, but fairly quickly, I realized actually there's a room for improvement in my public speaking skills. And it's been a happy journey ever since. In tonight's short presentation, I would like to tell you a bit about the club. We had our first club meeting, or the club was established back in October 2016, October 26th to be precise. This club, as I mentioned at the beginning of our conversation with some of you, it's a hybrid club. We have a Toastmaster portion of it, and we also have a project management portion of it. We do meet the second and the fourth Tuesdays of the month from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The first hour is usually dedicated to Toastmaster matters, and the second hour is dedicated to project management hours. Similar to what we had tonight, we have a guest speaker, somebody who talks about technology, team leadership, organizational change management, projects that failed, projects that succeeded, lessons learned, you name it. And that gets you 2 PDUs. In terms of benefits that you get from this club being a member, the first one I spoke to it, which is getting you professional development units of PDUs, public speaking skills, and leadership skills. We do have one-on-one speech and Toastmaster mentoring as soon as you join the club. I've been part of other clubs, both in Toronto and overseas when I was working overseas. There's no mentorship. You join, you pay your dues, you get, it used to be, now I'm aging myself, you used to get a book, now things are online, and that's it. You do your own thing. But here, as soon as you join, we actually pair you with a senior member of the club that helps you at least go through your first, there's 5 levels on each pathway. I'll speak to the pathways in a minute. We do learn from, we do have industry subject matter experts coming in. Tonight's presentation was one of them. And each presentation, it's very unique and it's fascinating. To be honest with you, I mean, if you look at my weekly calendar, Tuesdays is my exciting evenings. We do have, for our members, we do share recordings and presentations of the sessions, networking events. We do have, I mean, even though we are virtual right now, we haven't missed a beat. We still have hosting and networking events. Sometimes after the sessions, we do have events after that as well. That are not like on a particular day, but like after the session. And then the last but not least, in terms of PM course, if you're somebody who's trying to become a PM or write your PMP exam, we do have sponsors that actually give us discount on their courses. Can Consulting is one of them. In terms of the Toastmaster aspects, back in the day when I first started joining Toastmaster, it used to be one pathway, everyone gets the same book. It used to be called the Competent Communicator Pathway, but now there are 11 pathways. I'll speak to 2 that I actually have open. I started in 2019, I started with Persuasive Influence. I found it to be really interesting. You get to read like what they're all about, and you select, or you do right now on the Toastmaster International website, they have a survey that you can do, like things that excite you, and then it will make 1, 2, or maybe 3 recommendations. But I ended up going with Persuasive Influence. I'm finishing that pathway in January. I have 1 more speech left. but I also have another pathway open that I just started, which is presentation mastery. So there's a lot to choose from. Things are always dynamic, and it's not just you giving presentation, but also your club members, your colleagues giving presentations. You get to hear interesting topics. You get to see how others are doing things, and you're always learning, always evolving. What are some of the different ways that you can benefit from joining this club? Online meeting management, meeting management itself, it's its own branch. But now that all of us are doing online, it's something that we're really big on, managing things behind Zoom. Leadership development. You might be thinking, well, I don't really have a team. How am I doing? How am I going to be developing that? Well, believe it or not, one, you could be member of one of the committees at the club and lead different initiatives. You actually have opportunities within your pathways to do different activities, whether it's a project outside of Toastmasters or within Toastmasters. And you get to develop some really cool leadership skills. And even if skills that you had, sometimes like these exercises, they get you to look at things from different perspective, which is something that I found throughout my journey. Interview presentation is something that comes, some of the pathway activities, exercises, they get you to do that, and then also do it with the club. Project management, obviously, is a big thing. And I would be forgetting one big one if I don't speak to conflict management. That comes up in projects, that comes up in friendships, that comes up in practically anything that you do. So there's a lot of benefits from being part of a group like this. I will need to speak to, with all of these, I think Mohsen, who just dropped off, asked this question. I hope to connect with him or have one of our membership committee members connect with him. But the question is like, well, with all of these, what is it going to cost me? Well, the Toastmaster year goes from October 1st to September 30th, which is just coming up. And the full cost of everything that I just talked about is $200 a month. A year. And if you're interested in, you can email our membership committee at pmtoastmasters.org. Idris or somebody, one of us will drop that in the group. And with that, I think we still have 5 minutes for my portion. Happy to take any questions that you might have, both from members and non-members.
Hi, good night. Sean Miller from the Bahamas.
Hello, Sean.
Hi. Just a question. I noticed that I'm probably the only one that is like not in Canada, I think, aside from Ananda. So I guess membership to you guys would be virtually possible, but probably practically impossible when you all meet face to face.
Very good question, Sean. Actually, the pandemic expanded our geographical footprint, both from membership perspective and from PM Forum speakers. Like someone like Ananda wouldn't be able to come do a talk for us unless he was in Toronto. He's Canadian, by the way, for those of you who don't know him. He's from Scarborough. So we do plan to stay, as a club, as execs, we decided to stay online at least until mid next year. But even if we go back to in-person, we will still have the online component, because there's no reason in excluding people that were part of the club.
Okay, so is that a yes? It's possible.
Yes, it is possible. Yeah.
Right.
And I will tell you, I'm for most of my career, I've been consultant. I've similar to Ananda, lived out of a suitcase, traveled a lot. Even if I go back to that route, I do plan to be member of the club.
Excellent.
May I add to that?
Yes, Arlie, please.
We are committed to being online until March, the end of March, I think is the 31st of 2022. And we do have members that are outside the GTA. So we do have a member that is in Quebec, the province of Quebec. We have members that are outside of basically 2 hours outside of GTA. So we are committed, and we're taking advantage of this opportunity to kind of spread our reach outside of GTA to other areas and other countries. So you are very much welcome to be a part of the club, and we will prorate the amount owed for membership for the duration of the membership. So we'll make everything work. We're very much about a win-win situation for everybody.
Excellent, excellent. I wanted to jump in and frontal speech, but I noticed that all the topics were in Canada-based, so I could not speak to anything about the donuts or the crab fest and stuff like that.
We'll make sure we have some island items next time around.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, but it's fine. I could have said something.
I think we should all go to your place, Sean, and be in the Caribbean and have a meeting there.
Yes, please
Right?
do. I'll welcome you. Ananda's been here.
Sure.
He spent some time with me. And yeah, you guys, as we get to know each other better, free to come, and I'll be happy to host all of you.
Awesome. That's
Send
the beauty.
Send us the tickets. We'll do it.
I said
And,
host.
Yeah, and just to say, I spent 4 months, 4 to 5 months in France, so I was able to do it from France too. So it's really doable.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, guys. PMU, right?
PMUT.
Okay.
PMUT.
Project Managers United Toastmasters.
Okay. Thank you, man.
The email, you can see the email for membership if you have any question in the chat.
Oh, will do. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Any other questions before I turn it over to Madame Toastmaster? Well, thank you, everyone. Back to you, Madame Toastmaster.